While the Holy Knights attempt to ignite the land of the giants, their sacred ground is set ablaze. In a battle where everyone emerges as a loser, Skober falls, Summers is defeated, and Gonku's emotions are in turmoil. The failure of the Holy Knights angers the king of the world, forcing him to appear and intervene to resolve matters. This is what Eiichiro Oda surprised us with in chapter 1149. Welcome everyone to a new video where we discuss legendary events like we've never seen before. Today we present a special review of chapter 1149 of the One Piece manga. And let's get started. The chapter begins as a continuation of the events from the previous chapter, with a fight between Gaban and Summers. Here, we see the true effect of advanced haki. It can nullify the effects of the regeneration ability, but it cannot completely kill the regenerating person. We see that Gaban has the advantage in the battle, as he was able to tear Summers apart into multiple pieces using his advanced haki-infused axes. However, Summers remains alive, but without the ability to regenerate. The reason for Summers' survival may be attributed to several possibilities. The first possibility is that he is merely a manifestation of the real Summers, and not the original body, as he was summoned by his fellow knight, Gunko. The second possibility is that the advanced haki of Skopper Gaban is insufficient to kill Knight Summers, and his death requires royal advanced haki or a sufficient amount of haki. The third possibility is that it is necessary to affect the original user of immortality, who is Imu, in order to nullify the ability completely. We see the amazing techniques of the Mountain Eater and the left arm of the Pirate King, as well as the sparks of haki spreading everywhere. However, Gaban does not seem satisfied as he says, "I have aged and weakened." We observe the restrained crew members astonished by Gaban's strength, which allows him to cut Summers repeatedly. Summers is also puzzled about Gaban's presence in the buff. It seems that the world government has very little information about the buff, as they cannot even access common and general information there. This frame denies any betrayal from Harold, as it appears that Harold was not a traitor. All the giants are aware of Skopper Gaban's presence in the buff. If Harold were indeed a traitor, he would have reported Gaban's presence, and they would have known this simple piece of information. However, it seems that Harold was manipulating the government, and not providing them with any important information. Returning to the events, both Summers and Gaban use their strongest attacks, and we see Gaban's attack, named the Raging Hell and the Sacred Melody Axe. The result is Summers being cut in half, before he falls and is stabbed by his own spikes. After that, Gaban heads to save Koran, as the crew members express their astonishment, fully engaged in the battle as if it were an action movie.
We see Skopper Gaban has arrived at Koran, which is guarded by Gunku, and he speaks words befitting his greatness, addressing Gunku. Culture and history, the children, and the strength of the warriors. None of you have the right to take any of it away. When the giant children recognize Gaban, they exclaim that he has come to save them. However, Krin calls out to his father, saying, "My dad has come to rescue me," and Gunku quickly seizes the opportunity to take Krin hostage. Sometimes, the innocence of children can lead to the death of their parents. As Dragon once said, children are their parents' weakness. Gaban embodies this saying literally in a scene that is considered the best in the chapter and the most impactful. Gaban surrenders, tears falling from his eyes as he tells her, "I surrender, stop." In another frame, we see the giants with tears streaming from their eyes. They have begun to burn the school and the library, following the orders of the Holy Knights. The Holy Knight, Plyningham, is setting fire to what remains of the library, ensuring that no book is retrieved. The true purpose of the knights in making the giants burn their own history is to confirm their submission and obedience. In the same frame, we see Robin, bound and crying over the burning books. We also witness the giant, Yarol, weeping, filled with regret over the heritage they have destroyed. What a tremendous loss. Will all the books truly burn? Will the history of the bath, which has spanned over 3,000 years, come to an end? Will the legend of Nika be erased from history forever? Will no one intervene to stop the fire? But it is clear that the most sorrowful person about the history of the bath is the hostage child, Rania, who believes that all of this happened because of her and in order to save her. So that innocent child cries out, her tears streaming down, so that her voice reaches all the bath. "I'm sorry for surviving, and leaving the school to burn because of me."
The events return to Gonku once again, and we see her struggling to regain her consciousness and focus, as if she has no control over her actions, or as if she is a puppet being manipulated in her decisions and even her speech. She regains her awareness for a few brief seconds, and tries to free Brook before the king of the world, the exalted Saint Imo, intervenes and takes full control of her body. Imo appears angry at the amount of problems piling up on his shoulders. The Holy Land is under attack, the fire is spreading, and on top of all that, the Holy Knights have not yet completed their mission. I truly feel that Gonko's end will be similar to that of Saint Saturn from the Gorosei. With Luffy present in the battlefield, her mission is destined to fail. Similarly, with Brook being able to influence her decision before Imu intervenes.
This flashback is actually about Gunka's memories, where she suddenly recalls things as if they had been completely erased from her mind. Let's witness the major surprise that will shake the entire One Piece story. It becomes clear to us that Gunku is indeed Brook's daughter. In a moment of surprise, Amo-sama's voice resonates in the minds of the Holy Knights, taking control and entirely manipulating Gunka's body.
In the final scene of the chapter, in one of the greatest and most thrilling moments, we see the furious Imo say, "No, I will show you how the world is ruled." Finally, after 800 years, the true ruler of the world, Amo, will emerge from the shadows to become the center of events, and instead of ruling in secret, he will govern the people against their will. In this chapter, we can only wonder and question the abilities of this terrifying figure who stands at the top of the world. So, what are your powers, Amo? Is it immortality? Or is it magical circles? Or is it controlling people? Or those arrows that appeared when you killed King Cobra? Or are you the monster we saw when Sabo appeared before you? Or are all of these your abilities? Several chapters ago, the leader of the Holy Knights, Shamrock, was summoned to the Holy Land and informed that there was an urgent matter. However, we did not expect that the urgent issue would be the breach of the marijuana. Who would wage war against the Celestial Dragons? Is it the Revolutionary Army? It is likely that Dragon has begun his campaign against the nobles of the world. Dragon previously declared that the war would start when the Holy Knights began to move. There is a simple observation and a question that has puzzled me since I read the leaks of this chapter. The observation is in the chapter, from Dragon's words, that the Revolutionary Army will move when the Holy Knights move. It is clear that the Holy Knights are moving with complete secrecy. Now, here is the question that arises. How did the Revolutionary Army know that the Holy Knights had moved? And how does Dragon know that they will move at all? How can they move with such speed? We saw Shamrock and Gonku arrive at Elbaf, and it wasn't long before Shamrock, the leader of the Knights, was summoned, as they said there was an urgent matter in Mary Joy's. Was Dragon waiting at the gates of Mary Joy's? And here we reach the end of the video. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, don't hesitate to write them in the comments section. Also, we will be releasing a detailed video about Imo's abilities, his personality, and his relationship with the Celestial Dragons, as well as his connection with Lily 800 years ago. So don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with everything new. See you soon.